and welcome to the show. For this series of races on Forza Motorsport, we were going to be using some A-Class cars. However, they had to be from the 2010s, which restricts your selection a little bit. We've got to be working with more modern machinery that perhaps might not always get a look in, although I will say on Motorsport in general, certainly more sort of modern cars can work. In A-Class, a lot of these would be fitting with race tyres, which is helpful. I opted to go for a Lotus Evora. I didn't have a crazy amount of time this week to build mine, and I went for something that I figured would be a solid choice. It's a Lotus, it's going to handle well. The Evora has always been surprisingly decent in a straight line. I remember in a Lucky Dip race, one turned up, I remember, that was surprisingly rapid in a straight. So I figured that this was going to be a fairly solid all-round machine. Ooh, we have a nice spot on the grid here. This is looking promising for my Evora. Unfortunately, we have Impega in front of us and Speedslap, they're both incredibly fast. Amsol's got the widest Cadillac with the littlest wheels. Oh, I do kind of love that that is still a thing. It looks like a funny car, almost, with the wide... Kind of. It's because the wheels just don't fit, it looks like it's not quite right. Because the funny cars are sort of a body stretched. Well, they vaguely resemble something, which is kind of a little bit what that feels like. Impega's gone very deep down there. Hort's going to try and look underneath, but you're not going to quite be able to get there. Now, Impega's likely to have more straight line speed than me. The Evora is surprisingly capable in a straight line for what it is. It's a good handling car, and it is surprisingly capable in a straight line, but it is not as fast as the Falcon, apparently not as fast as the RX-8 either. It's 3 wide, further back, down there. Oh, how late dare we brake? Well, I mean, it didn't matter if we were going to get stopped there anyway, because Hordes wasn't, but we were stuck on the outside, so we were going wide regardless. I did lock the front up a little bit, so it didn't actually do all that much different for us. We have got... So we have Falcon leading, well, RX-8 now leading Lexus, then we've got my Lotus, then we have a Golf, and there's a Holden back there coming to join the party. This part of the track is probably where my car will shine when it gets twisty at Yaz. Probably not the circuit for the Evora. It's certainly not bad in a straight line, but it would want a much more technical track. I wanted to try and cut underneath Speedslap going through here, couldn't do it. We might be able to punch off the corner and shove the nose up the inside through here. It's a little bit of a pry the door open job there, but we get it done. It was, yeah, the door was left slightly ajar and we were in a hurry, so we used a bit of a crowbar. We didn't actually nudge them, but yeah, there was a gap for a Lotus. There was a Lotus-sized gap and I put a Lotus in it. Right, we are there. Rusky followed through the slightly opened door, basically. What can I do about the top two, really? I outhandle the pair of them. They outrun me in a straight line. By the looks of it, the RX-8 handles better. The Falcon's probably faster of the two down the straights. I guess we will find out in a minute. If I'm going to be able to pass them, it's going to be in the final sector, really, is where we're going to be strong. It's nice to see a Falcon actually being half competitive. They have generally struggled a little bit in Forza games with their PI. I did not get the exit of that corner correct whatsoever. Yeah, we just need more corners. Yaz Marina is just too open for me. We're quick down the straight, but we're not quick enough. In a twistier track, I think this car would come very, very good. Rusky's going to look to the outside. You can try that one. We are going to defend. Now, Rusky's going to cut back. That's fine. They're side by side for the lead of the race. Impega is going to remain on the inside, though, for the next corner, which is going to be the sort of goal I'm going to have here as we defend from Rusky in that Volkswagen. I don't know if we've quite got the... Well, see, I think over the course of a lap, I might have the pace of the top two, but we're gaining our lap speed differently. Rusky's going to have a look there, but I'm going to have a bit more mid-corner speed. Oh, not quite enough, though. Not quite enough mid-corner speed to make that work. Now, unfortunately for me, Rusky has got past just as we come into the good section of track. I wanted to duck underneath down there, but I can't quite do it. Oh, and now Rusky's all got crossed up. Yeah, this is the part where I really don't need a car in front of me. However, we're going to have to deal with it. Rusky's got a big slide going through there. We carry good speed. Speaking of speeds, Speed Slap is right behind us. However, not quite close enough to have a look. We're going to have to sit and follow the Volkswagen for a second in this section. Impega continues to lead the way. Now, I'm hoping that behind Rusky, we may struggle a little bit at straight line speed, but now we have a slipstream. We can hopefully follow the Golf, and that might help a little bit, because the Golf is much closer matched to me in terms of speed, and we are closer to it than we were to the RX-8. The Volkswagen not enjoying the curbs through there. I've pushed a little bit too hard through that section. We're going to lose a bunch of time launching it. That's an annoying error by me down that part. Could have done without it. I wanted to be nice and close to the Volkswagen. Although now Rusky's got it wrong in the hairpin. Okay, that's good news for me. Couldn't have asked for a better chance at the slipstreaming. Now, the Volkswagen's also got a weird, funky body kit, wide body kit. With a better run onto the straight, we might actually be able to repass the Volkswagen. And it looks like we shall. We're going to make Rusky go the incredibly long way. And Pega defending from hordes, carrying on up at the front. Don't get sideways in the Lotus. We do not. Considering this is a track that really shouldn't suit my Evora particularly, this is why I really like this build, actually. It is surprisingly good, despite the fact it is much more of an Alex handling build. It's got surprising amount of straight line speed down there. Rusky tries to look around the outside. He's not quite going to make that one work. He's going to try and cut back on the exit, possibly. Although, again, where are you going to put the car? You're not going to go around the outside here. What you're going to want to do is try and cut back underneath. But in these, it's in A-class cars, that's very difficult to do. The leaders are really fighting hard. I mean, they're giving us hope because they're really slowing each other down. In this section, they are going. This is the section where I'm probably the fastest car on the circuit. Well, I mean, there might be some crazy handling car that's better through this part. This is the part where my car likes. However, the rest of the track, not quite so good. We are... Oh, God, sat it up on the curb a little bit. There's mayhem behind. Mayhem and chaos, as you would expect. Volkswagen's not going to be close enough to look into turn one. And I think for Rusky, a little bit of this at the moment is don't do anything. There's no point having a go into turn one like crazy, right? So we both lose a bunch of time if you get it wrong. You're much better off waiting for a chance down the back straight. The Golf's clearly got some straight line speed, so why not wait until you can have a go down the back straight where you've got a better chance. It's a much easier pass if you can do it to get the Evora at the end of the straight. We got that a little bit wrong through there. I'm aware we didn't get a great run out of there. If you want to go and do it, I'm going to make it difficult for you. I'm going to put you in a really awkward place to try and do this. Now, are you going to go? Wait for you to go to the outside. You can try the big send it around the outside. Will Rusky be able to get it off this next part, though, is the question. There's a little bit of a bounce over the curb. It's always a risky run going side by side. Longbow has 1,000,000 miles an hour. What on earth has Longbow got in that thing? We can fight all we like. Longbow's got a rocket ship. And here comes Shadow as well with the Mustang. They've just got way more straight line speed than we do. It is now going to be 3 wide into here. Shadow is not making that one stick down there. Right, we are going to make a... Well, I say we're still going to go 3 wide on the exit in this one. Now, no, we're on the outside. We are going, no, there has been a bump. Rusky's going to save it. I'm going to chuck the car up the inside and we make it work. Longbow's got absolutely no grip in these corners with the Citroen, but we're so busy fighting each other, I think that might have got away, really, with that one. Now, we will slow down. The problem is, even if I'm quick through here, it's irrelevant because we've got so many cars around us. I don't think I've got an answer. I certainly haven't got an answer for the DS3, the Mustang either. They're just too fast in a straight line for me to deal with around this circuit. Those long straights. I mean, actual pure lap time we might be okay, but when we're in fighting, is not great for us. Now, a little bit lift and coast around there is not. It's not a bad idea. We can carry a lot of speed through there. Again, I mean, Longbow might... The thing that's kind of helped me a little bit... my fight is really with the Volkswagen. We know As soon as we're on this straight, Longbow is off here. Longbow is gone, and we are not going to see that car again. Our battle is with the Volkswagen. It might be with Shadow as well, if we can make this if we can make this work. The Mustang is there on the outside. Oh, I mean, I don't know if Shadow's going to be able to stop that in time. We are going to put the Lotus past. We're on the outside for the next part. I'm hoping Shadow's going to be slow on the exit. Rusky's going to cut underneath. Wise thing to do in all of that. The Mustang's just got too much acceleration for me at the moment. The time might come though. There might be a chance for us because we've got the twisty part of the lap coming up, and maybe there will be a way we can utilise the Evora's grip. We've got great exit speed here. Now, can we absolutely send it through this next corner? We're not close enough. We might have to try a door prizing manoeuvre, a bit like we did on the Lexus. Get the nose somewhere alongside. We look and we look, but there is just not quite an opening at the moment. We've got 2 more corners to go, but they're not really overtaking spots here. It might be doable if we can be mega fast somewhere. No, it's not going to be doable enough. We can have the grip, but there's not really. Even if we are quick enough through the corners, and we're a bit wide anyway at the end there. We will chase the Golf across the track. It won't matter too much. It's a 5th place. It was a battling 5th. Good fun race. We just lacked straight line speed. Just couldn't match their straight line speeds. Ninetales' Falcon was flying as well. Yeah, I mean we had good pace. We had good enough pace. We had a fun race, fun battles. Not the track for my car. That one. We're not bad in a straight line, but yeah. We need more twisties for the Evora to really shine. That being said, yeah, still put up a very good fight. I'll take a 5th. I was hoping for a little bit more, perhaps, but, you know, you always do, I guess. Well, we head to Mugello next. A bit of a long way back. Would like to have been further up. This track will probably suit my Evora quite nicely. Plus points to this circuit. You know, we've got lots of twisty corners. My Lotus are going to be good there. When it's drizzling, the conditions are interesting, to say the least here. So you will get away with slick tyres in the drizzle. That's not a problem. However, the downside... Well, I say, not really so much downside. However, you will slide about a bit more. There is just less grip in general in these conditions. Now, you might... Wet tyres give you a little bit more stability, but they are slower. The first lap, you might be quicker on wet tyres while the slicks are getting up to temperature. This is going to be a dangerous one. It's just not going to work. There's already too many cars trying to fit in there. I think Liam's going to get blocked a little bit by Hordes' Mazda. Now, Hordes' Mazda is quick at a straight line, I think, here. So I'm almost happy to just, for this first lap, what I want to do is I want to drop in behind Hordes, kind of. We've got so many cars around I'm trying not to bump into. Shadow's run wide and got in trouble over there. I want to sweep past if I can. Scotty is leading the way. You can make a break at the start. It's brilliant. Whoa, we are on the inside of the other Lotus. Stevie's got a hell of a boat in this little group. Can I get the... I'm hoping I can get the Lotus at the inside of the Challenger. Oh, we are now very sideways. That was a little bit... I got my braking a bit wrong down there. We kind of pinged off the door of the big heavy American car. And it all started unravelling for us a little bit. Now... There is... the other Evora is right behind us at the moment. Right, here we go. We've got good speed through here. Now, through this section of the track, we should be pretty quick, which we are. And the bit that's going to suck is the straight. Well, it's not going to suck. We are actually still quite rapid in a straight line, to be fair. We have got good straight lines. We just don't have as much as some of the other cars. Oh, well, we got a bump from the other Evora. Now, of the 2 Lotuses, who is quicker at a straight line? Pretty even, to be honest. Hordes has got pace in that RX-8. We are a little quicker in the straight, but we're not going to match the Lexus. We're not going to match the Mustang either. As we head down towards turn 1, we are going to go to the inside of Speed Beast here. We're trying to outbrake Speed Beast, and Liam's got... that was never... That was never gonna. It's never gonna work. I had to brake where I had to brake. I couldn't turn in because I had a Lexus on the inside. Speed Boost was a little bit unlucky, but when you're stuck on the outside like that, you are kind of at the mercy of the car. I couldn't turn in because I had a Lexus, so we all got carted a little bit wide. We were all at the limits of the braking down there, but we are through all of that. We're in 8th place. Now, can we focus forward and leave this section of track we should be pretty quick at? The one thing we're probably going to have to deal with is we've got Hordes and potentially even Danger Man's Infinity that are not very good through these corners. They're not going to carry as much speed as me or Car Guy or even Liam by the looks of it, for that matter. Camaro seems okay, but it's 3 wide up here. It's always going to be a problem. They are sorting themselves out. Liam's going to think about having a go. Not quite. Whoa, it's all going to get checked up through there. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Ford, I was busy looking at dealing with Liam. I didn't actually see quite how that one started. Everyone kind of all got a bit checked up, but I think Danger Man got a little bit of a tag through there. That unfortunately, in these conditions, a little tag can be a real problem. Right, through the chicane we go. Now, we know we're quicker than Car Guy down a straight. We've got that slight straight line speed advantage, and this time around, we should be able to get into the slipstream. Scotty continues to lead. I can't actually see what car they're driving at the moment. I'm not sure what's in second. Ewan has, I think it's a 4C in third. And then we've got Hordes' RX-8, which we know is all speed and not a huge amount of grip. Here comes the battle of the Lotus. Last time we were ahead of Car Guy last lap, but we had our own outbraking battle with a few cars into turn 1. We're quicker, but it's not going to be quite by enough here. Longbow is to the front of the pack. Liam is a little wide in turn 1. If anything, I would be relatively happy at the moment to follow Car Guy forward if we've got enough pace. Not fight so much, just go. We'll to Team Lotus, go forward. Team Lotus, let's go. Unfortunately, I can't really... what's the word? I can't really signal this to them to just focus on going forward. There's no way. I'm hoping they might get the message if I'm not constantly trying to stick the nose out and look for a way past. My goal is to get a podium, right? And we fight ourselves like crazy over 5th. The podium may escape. So, and I think Car Guy's a little bit quicker in this section. I'm a little bit quicker on the straights. So we can hopefully work together and draw ourselves into the crazy battle up ahead. Yeah, I'm not quite as good through this part of the lap. So obviously my car's built slightly differently. I'm not quite sure how they're built slightly differently. What's mine built? Mine has a little bit of ballast in it, actually. So Car Guy's maybe a little lighter, and mine's a little more powerful, maybe. Or there could well be different tuning aspects as well that have gone into it that affect it. I'm running maximum front downforce and minimum rear to try and get the front end to turn in, and to not hinder top speed too much. So maybe Car Guy's running slightly more downforce or something along those lines. Ewan has been passed. The Lotus Brigade is on the move. Longbow is out a little bit wide around the final corner. Here we go, on to the start-finish straight. Ewan slides a smidge now. Who is quicker from this little group? That is the question. Who do I follow down here? Possibly the RX-8. We have got a lot of speed going on. I say we've got a lot of speed. We've got speed going on the group ahead, but it's not really going to be enough to do anything here. What I want to try and do is, if Car Guy can do something here, I'm going to try and follow. If there's a gap, I want to follow and make a pass stick on Ewan, if at all possible. It's like passing Ewan is goal number 1 here. If we can get past the 4C, Ewan with a snap of oversteer on a curb, and I will say thank you very much. Scotty's struggling with grip there. The Lotuses are here. The Lotuses have arrived in the battle now. We kind of pushed Car Guy almost through and that pass. We have got an unusual Lotus teamwork going on. If I'm going to get a podium, it's Longbow that's probably the way we're going to do it. The RX-8 cannot hold the same speed through the corner as the Lotus can at the moment. Can we get underneath through here? It's very difficult to pass at this part of the circuit, that's the problem. And that's where we're getting held up a little bit. Now, if we can get... I'm not confident enough coming up that hill That's where I need to be stronger if we're going to get a pass. We definitely need to be strong. I mean, the fact that car guys have immediately gone and caught the leaders suggests I think I could do it. Again, there, I'm having to lift and wait, and it's you know, we're really in a hurry up. Scotty's going to defend. Do I have enough grip to send this? It's a very long way around the outside. I might try and cut back underneath for the exit here. Come on, Lotus, find some traction. It's not got enough. It's not quite got enough. We're going to have another big lift as we fall into line. Well, we tried to fall into line. I think Scotty got a little bit of a wiggle. It's now side by side towards the final corner. We are going to look for a brave. Again, it's another brave pass. We may have the grip to pull this off. I just won't have the straight line speed to finish it. That's the problem here. We've got a decent exit. We've got a decent run on that wide line. We'll do a little bit side drafting if we can. It does. I believe it does partially work on this. We are right there. Can we complete a manoeuvre into turn 1? I haven't been great at getting the passes into turn. I've not been confident enough under brakes into turn 1, but I think we've got the grip. Scotty cannot quite hold it. Ewan might actually follow as well in this and move up a position. And we are now 4th. Can we do anything about getting our Evora on the podium? We've got 2 laps to do it in. Longbow is fighting hard with Car Guy. Now that will help me. That will help me. Hordes' RX-8 might have this one. If Car Guy can't clear Longbow quickly, I think the RX-8 might have it. The RX-8's got a lot of straight line speed. It's not great through this section, which is where the Evoras are coming into their own. I mean, again, you can see we got clear of Scotty and immediately gone chasing off after Longbow, helped by Longbow's little battle with Car Guy. If anything, if Car Guy can catch Hordes and they can start battling. Now, that's the corner there I struggle in. We just cannot get the car quite to turn in. I'm probably not. We could probably tune this car better than me. There's probably a better way to tune this car to get it to turn into that corner. So yeah, Longbow's just had a half lap long battle with an Evora, and if all goes well for me, it might be another one any time soon. So yeah, Hordes leads the way for the moment. I think Hordes will have company by the end of the race. It's whether Car Guy can get past, and if they do get past, whether they can get far enough away that the RX-8 just can't outrun them in a straight line. Ewan's Alpha's not slow, I'll give it that. Ewan's Alpha's really not slow, but it cannot match the Lotus. They are rapid. Right, onto the start-finish straight we go. Now, we have a second to make up to Longbow. Is that a PI dropped car? Is that Porsche? I don't know. Don't know. Well, it might be a PI dropped. It might be a wacky engine, really, shoved in that. However, 1 lap. Can we catch Longbow before the end of the race? And even if I can catch Longbow, am I able to find a way past? It's going to be difficult. Mugello is not an easy track to overtake on at the best of times, so yeah, trying to actually look for a way past. Porsche is struggling for grip. I'm using everything I have in this Evora. It is maximum attack in the Lotus. Can we do anything about getting past Longbow? Oh, probably not doing that. I had to use, again, we are on absolutely use every last ounce of grip. Longbow ran wide through there. Could there be a podium in it for us? Car Guy is putting Hordes under huge amounts. Had I not hit the gravel, this might be a different story. But that little kiss on the gravel undid a lot of our hard work. Come on, Lotus, find some grip. Find some grip. Carry the speed. We are really, really closing now onto the back of Longbow's car. But where are we going to pass? Is it going to have to be a big move into... Oh, Longbow had a little bit of twitch mid-corner. You just see they sort of turned in and had to change their mind halfway around. We are there now. Shadow is up to 5th in the Mustang. It's going to be the final corner. It's going to come down to a big move into the final corner if we're going to do anything here. If I can do anything here. I think Hordes has got it, barring a mistake, because the RX-8 we know has got a lot of straight line speed. We are quick through the chicane. The Porsche is sliding. Longbow's going to want to defend this. Longbow will not want to give up a podium here. Can we make the Evora stick around the outside? We can't quite, although we might be able to duck underneath on the exit. No, we couldn't do it. Not quite. Not quite for me. It was always a brave move going around the outside. We didn't quite get it right. I turned it a bit too soon. We will follow Longbow across the line for 4th. Good race. I think we had good pace in that one. We had really good pace. Not as good as the Mustang, but so yeah, me and Cargo were very similar. Our Evoras were a little bit different in how they got their speed, but very similar lap times. Couldn't match the Mustang. That was the best overall in terms of lap time, but that didn't get through the traffic quite as well. Good fun. Good race, actually. Really good race. I love that. Such a nice car. I love my Evora. It's a brilliant, brilliant car. Just ran out of time. It really was. I had one corner. I had one corner to do it, and we couldn't quite set it up. But, yeah, it's 4th, but it's a brilliant machine. And there we have it. I like my Lotus. I like my Lotus a lot. We didn't get on the podium with it in these races, but it was a little bit bad. Like, it was a very quick car. It was a very, very quick car indeed. I love the way it drives. It would probably be one of my A-class cars of choice going forward. Certainly when it comes to the handling stuff, it does lack a little bit of straight line speed in some. It lacks a bit of straight line speed in around some circuits, but it is not as bad as you would expect a car like this to be. It can still put up a good fight down the straights. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this car turned out. I might not got the wins or quite the overall finishing position that I wanted, but I had some very good races, and perhaps almost more importantly, I really enjoyed driving the car. So yeah, the Evora, very, very good. That, though, is going to be it for this video. If you would like to sign up to take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus Community sign-up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.